it happens to be the 136th birth anniversary of Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. When I talk about the Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar, who happens to be well known in the history of Mysore. However, the monarch of Mysore not only nursed democracy, that they nursed even the Bangalore city also. When I come to the Bangalore city, and Bangalore city, which happens to be IT city, which happens to be aerospace capital, which happens to be a garden city, there are many number of names and adjectives have been added. This is only because the contributions being done by Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. The first and the foremost important task is that first of its kind, especially in the country, in the whole Southeast Asia, the Bangalore is the first city to get the electricity bulb, which I am showing here. The first of its kind. That was the biggest contribution that was done by Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar for a Bangalore city. And the second most important task is that, and in order to protect, he was a far visionary, in order to protect the language, its culture, a Kannada Sahitya Parishad was established during those days. That is the second most important aspect of this Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. And the third important aspect of this is, during those days, even the cycle factory was not there, but he initiated the first and laid the foundation stone for an aeroplane factory. And remember that I am talking about 150 years back. And apart from this, the Bangalore is now called as a science city, and entirely the contribution goes to the Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar, who invited the Jamshedji to establish the Tata Institute, which is popularly called as an Indian Institute of Science, which happens to be the world's best popular science research institution, where he offered 450 acres of land and a annual grant of 50,000 rupees, and he also nominated an in-charge person for the overall development of the science, and that is how the Bangalore retained its name as a science city, and now it is called as aerospace city also. And this happens to be nursed the Bangalore city. And moreover, for example, for India's countries, the first of its kind, a major infrastructure, even nowhere in the country it was established, the major infrastructure, that is a KRS dam, was built by Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. And that was a concept, a blueprint was done by the regent queen of her mother, who happens to be Kempa Nanja Ammani, the queen of Vani Vilas Sannidhana. And after that, this foundation stone was laid down, and it was at a big cost. And those days, it was a cost of state annual budget. It was up to 2 crores to 3 crores. And during that time, his mother, the queen of Vani Vilas Sannidhana, she sold around 4 bags of gold, jewelry, and the diamonds at the Bombay market to raise the funds to build this major. That is the dam at KRS Dam. And the reason of building this KRS Dam, there was a pressing need to supplement the drinking water, and not only that, the cultivation of the irrigation, and more or less to fulfill the agreement which was being done by the John Taylor Company of KGF to supply the adequate power supply. And these were the strong reasons that compelled to build this KRS Dam. And really, the main foundation stone, the main architect of this KRS is Sri Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. And after that, when you go to the country level, the first of its kind, there were no universities at all. And in order to get higher education for the Mysoreans, and not only for the Indians, in the sense, the first university, the Mysore University, was established by Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. And apart from this, he had a concept in his mind that the majoritism were also equal before his eyes. And therefore, he gave a lot of consideration. A Miller report was constituted, a recommendation was implemented. About the Bahujan, what we take, the majoritism were given a priority. And not only that, for the first of its kind in the entire country, a system of reservation was implemented by the king. He took a very bold initiative that was one of the pioneering steps taken by Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar. And these are all the huge achievements. And not only that, the first time he gave an entry for the Dalits, especially inside the palace. And for the students, the free hostels were done. In the sense, and overall, when we talk about Sri Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar, he has done a lot of things for the progress of the state. And he followed his father's footstep. And apart from this, those days, he brought out a Wildlife Protection Act. And in order to remove the social evils, he brought out a system. The separate legislations were brought to remove this Basavi, Gajja Puja and Devdasi system. And overall, when we take on this particular day of his birth anniversary, it is our bounden duty to place a humble salutations to the great soul, a prince of, not only a prince of Mysore, he was a prince of Bengaluru also. With this, we definitely cherish the pathway, the forevision what he had, and we have to follow in this regard. This is Gnan Shekhar, Parliamentary Guide, and the inputs, yes, Kavita, editor, Rajya Dharma. Thank you.